Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a young boy who was very shy. He would always sit quietly in his class and never spoke much. Whenever the teacher asked him any question, he would become nervous and would mumble the answer. Sometimes he would even say the wrong answer just to avoid being embarrassed. There was another student in the same class who was quite opposite to him. His name was Harry, and he was famous in the whole school for his confidence. Once during the class competition, Harry stood up and answered all the questions correctly. Everyone clapped and praised him. On the other hand, our protagonist didn't like to participate in such activities. Even if he knew the answers, he would purposely pretend to sleep during the competitions. He thought confidence was something you were born with. He could never be like Harry, he thought. He envied Harry's confidence. He wished he could be as brave as Harry. One day there was a debate competition between two teams of the class. This time, his team had selected him as a speaker. He panicked after hearing that. How could they choose him? He didn't want to speak in front of everyone. He thought, what if I make a fool out of myself? What if I forget my speech in the middle? What if everyone laughs at me? These thoughts made him more nervous. On the day of the competition, he went to the school hall with his team. He sat on the bench and watched the other students presenting their speeches one by one. His turn came, but he still didn't gain any confidence. He got up and walked towards the center of the stage. As he stepped on the stage, the entire hall became dark. Only one spotlight was focused on him. He took a deep breath and began his speech. Hello everyone. The topic of my speech is why honesty is the best policy. Everyone started clapping after hearing his introduction. For a moment, he felt proud of himself. He continued his speech. Honesty is the best policy. If you're honest, people will trust you. Suddenly, his mind went blank. He forgot the rest of the speech. He tried to remember it, but nothing came to his mind. In the end, he just said, "That's all. Thank you." The hall became silent. No one said anything for a few seconds. Then some students started laughing and some started whispering to each other. What a foolish boy I have ever seen. He forgot his speech. What a shame. One of the students mocked him and said, "Seems like he was overconfident." He felt humiliated. He wanted to run from there and hide somewhere. He walked off the stage with tears in his eyes. His team lost the competition because of him. He felt bad. He thought it wasn't because he was shy. He could have answered those questions if he had spoken up. He regretted his actions. He wished he could go back in time and do something. On the way home, he met an old man. The old man was a teacher in the same school. He knew both the boy and Harry. When the teacher saw the sadness in the boy's eyes, he asked him, "What happened?" The boy hesitated, but then he poured his heart out. He told him everything that happened in the competition. After listening to his story, the teacher said something that changed his perspective forever. He said, "You know, I have seen Harry when he was in your class. Trust me, he wasn't as confident as he is now. He was also afraid of speaking in front of the class. You will be surprised to know that he used to stammer while speaking. But look at him now. He can speak fluently in front of thousands of people." The boy asked, "Then how did he become so confident? Was he just born with it?" The teacher replied, "No, my dear boy. Confidence is not a gift. It is built over time. Every time you face your fear, you train your confidence muscle. If you keep on avoiding it, your fear will grow, but your confidence will shrink. It's like a seesaw. One goes up, the other goes down. So you have to make a choice." The boy asked, "But how do I start? I am really scared." The teacher smiled and said, "Let's start small. Tomorrow in class, whenever I ask a question, you need to raise your hand and answer me. It doesn't matter if you don't know the answer. Just try and answer it. Take one step at a time. You can do it." The next day, as soon as the teacher entered the classroom, he asked, "Yesterday I asked a question. Who can answer it?" The boy raised his hand and answered it. The teacher asked a few more questions, and he answered them all. He was nervous, but he didn't let his fear take over him. After the class, the teacher called him and said, "You did a great job today. Keep it up." He was so happy to receive the praise. After that day, he started answering every small question in the class. He also started speaking in front of the mirror at home. He repeated the sentences again and again until he felt confident. One day the teacher announced, There will be a debate competition next week. Those who want to participate, please sign up. He went to the teacher and said, "I want to participate." The teacher smiled and said, "I know you will do great." Next week, he participated in the competition and won. He also made many new friends. He was not the shy boy anymore. He was confident and was known throughout the school for his talent. He had defeated his biggest fear. He proved to himself that he can be whoever he wants to be. One day he was giving a speech in front of the whole school. After the speech, one of his classmates asked him, "How did you become so confident?" He replied, "I read a lot of books, developed different skills, and took one step at a time. First, I started speaking in front of the mirror. Then I participated in class competitions. Then I went for school events. And finally, I was ready for the big stage." Narration. What once felt impossible became his greatest strength, confidence. Now let us tell you the secret. The secret weapon of all successful people is self-confidence. It's not about being fearless. It's about acting despite fear. Now go out there and show the world how confident you are. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more amazing stories and hit the notification bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's see, which quote do you like the most? Please comment below.